Yo, what is up everybody? It is Bumfries back with episode 11 of our Reddit series. Today we're going to be coming at you with some r/ThatHappened. It's a really popular subreddit and it has a lot of subscribers. One of my favorite and I really enjoy it. So sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy the video. Hi there, it's your single neighbor here. Just giving you a heads up on what's going to happen tonight. I'm on the sesh. I'm blasting music from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. Then I'm hiring hookers. Shit's gonna get crazy. But since you've been throwing used condoms over my fence, my wife has left me. So I'm single and ready to F your shit up. Sleep tight, dickhead. If you look at just the underlined parts here, it looks like he's inviting him around for a good time. Single neighbor, hookers, crazy, used condoms. It sounds like they're about to go out and have a good time. I had a psychopath pull a gun out of his coat and stick the barrel in my face as I walked by him at around 6 a.m. on a sunny summer morning when I was 18 years old. I ignored him and kept walking. He went away, and I still don't have a gun. Sometimes I like to fabricate stories to try and get my point of view across as well, but honestly, I really just don't see what the point was of this one. It doesn't support your argument, and quite frankly, just makes you look like an idiot. When I was like 9, my neighbor asked me to watch their fish and cat while they went on vacation, and I was like, LAKEY. And while they were gone, the fish died. So when they got home, I apologized to the mum and she was just like, no need to apologize. I turned the filter off so they would die because they're way too much work. You did nothing wrong. And she gave me $20. And that's the story of my first contracted murder. Honestly, I don't even care if this one is real or not. What concerns me the most is this is the first contracted murder. What's number 2, 3? Where does it end? I just got recognized in a McDonald's bathroom. And the guy that recognized me was like, my girlfriend loves you. She always shares your posts. And then he offered if I wanted to have a threesome with them, which I declined. I explained that I don't do that stuff and I only have sex when I'm in a relationship. And he was like, no problem. Let me buy your lunch then. And this dude gets me 3 McDoubles, 2 large fries, chicken nuggets, and an ice cream. Is this the life of fame? Lol. I think the way this really went was the dude walked into a McDonald's bathroom with his phone out and goes, look at me, I got 50,000 likes on Facebook. And the other guy's like, I don't care. And that was the end of the story. Today, 2 of my students were arguing and one said, just let it go. So of course, I broke out in a full theoretical performance of Let It Go. One of my kids responded by saying, you're an absolute perfect singer, Mrs. Wells. Guess I should quit and go for a career on Broadway. So many of these just feel like an excuse for someone to be like, hey, guess what I can do? I'm so much better than you because I can do a full theoretical performance of Let It Go. I was at McDonald's trying to order a McFlurry and the cashier had this bored look on her face. I knew immediately that she was going to give me attitude. I went up to order and she immediately said the ice cream machine is down without even checking. I could tell the people who ordered before me were looking to see if I was going to say something. I looked her dead in the eye and pulled her by the collar of her uniform close to my face and told her, make the McFlurry. And then literally everyone who dealt with her attitude clapped and one girl said, yes. It was so satisfying to see her put in her place. And now I have a tasty McFlurry. Imagine being so psychotic that you go on Facebook to brag about how you assaulted somebody at a McDonald's because their ice cream machine wasn't working. Yo, who is this? It's Jackson. You gave me your number this past weekend at Club 149 in Bowling Green, Ohio. This isn't Kristen, I take it? This is Jalen, man. LMAO, I'm a dude. She gave you a fake number. I'm sorry, bro. I don't care. I hooked up with 2 sorority girls last night while you were probably at home beating your meat, you loser. I get every girl I want. Except Kirsten, apparently. I know this is in the ThatHappened subreddit, but this needs to get itself across to roast me as soon as it can. Hey mum, I want to help you with your taxes. Why is that, kiddo? Because I know how to read now, so I want to help you do important stuff, not boring stuff like making the bed. So I gave her a copy of my W-9 and told her to fill out the DocuSign version exactly like the paper one. And down to the hyphens and commas, she didn't make a single mistake. Then she wanted to do something harder. So now my kindergartner is reconciling receipts with my bank statements and she still hasn't made a single mistake. Unlike the vast majority of adults I've paid to do this in the past. Just think about what's going through this kid's head that it's like, Mummy, why are you making me sit by this computer and pretend that I'm looking at a Word document? And the mum's like, just do it. None of your business. I'm gonna go viral, okay? I fell off a cliff once. Stood too close to the edge. How I survived with minor injuries, I do not know. The ground was rocky too. On top of that, I fell by the ocean. Luckily there wasn't high tide and I had to get rescued by helicopter. I'm not making this up. It's a true story. I still can't believe it myself. This was 2 years ago. I feel like at the start this is definitely something that could have happened, but every single sentence that goes on, it just becomes slightly more unbelievable. This is probably one of the best times to just come out and say, next time, just quit while you're ahead. Woohoo! Just got my Chipotle for free because the manager said, I was watching the camera and you were so nice to the staff working. I just tried to call the Chipotle that this guy went to and it was actually true. They've run out of business because every single person that smiled at their staff, they gave a free burrito to. One time, I wrote Lady Gaga lyrics into an earth science essay. They were so well integrated that my teacher didn't even notice. When someone brought it up during test review, she gave me bonus points for creativity. Apparently college and university teachers have just done a complete 180 flip on everything that I learned. Apparently it's now okay to completely plagiarize an essay and you'll get full marks for it. I think now is probably a good time for me to go back and study and start using Wikipedia to write all my essays. When my daughter was 2, I was giving her a bath and sighed deeply, frustrated with the 2-year battle of any water touching her face, equaling a full-blown meltdown. She looked up at me and said, I'm just scared, Mummy. I drowned last time I was alive. And then she just went back to playing with her bath toys. This is a surprisingly well-constructed sentence for a 2-year-old, but even if this is true, this definitely does not belong in That Happened. This needs to get itself over to the creepypasta subreddit as soon as possible. My 5th grader just came home and started talking about my dark friend at school, and I was so upset, sat her down and gently started explaining to her how bigotry manifests, and she looked confused, then said, Mama, I mean she's like a goth. I'm starting to see a trend here where mums are trying to use their young daughters to gain fame on Twitter and Facebook. It's almost as if they weren't able to achieve anything in their own lives, so they need to live through their children. Whatever it is though, they need to stop as soon as possible because I can guarantee these children when they grow up are not going to appreciate the way they were exploited as kids. Not online, at work. I once told a customer that I didn't like Rick and Morty and he replied with, that's okay, you're a woman. It takes a higher IQ to understand some of the more subtle humor in it. I've actually seen all of Rick and Morty and honestly I quite enjoyed it, but there is no way I can hide away from the fact that sadly, this is probably real. Even so though, what kind of person comes out as a staff member and says, hey, I really don't like that show you like? You're really just looking for trouble. Alright everybody, it is unfortunately time to wrap things up there. I just want to quickly say thank you so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed the video. This is different to what we've done in the past. We're usually with that choosing beggars and nice guys, but I really do hope you guys like this subreddit as well. Tomorrow we will be back with some more choosing beggars, same time every single day. As you all know, I'm sure we do daily uploads and we've been getting some massive support lately, so I want to say thank you so much to all the new subscribers.